Hi.
We are the Hamptons, Misty and Jesse, and we have been enjoying tasting tea with our families online recently. Our families are online, the tea is in person. We're gonna taste some tea today and tell you what we think and which ones are our favorites. Right now we just want to show you what we just got in the mail.
We've been drinking all sorts of random tea samplers, but these are two new ones. I have Second Nature, just as a sort of tea bag sampler. Inside of it, teas. Looks like it's all Harney Sons. Got two of each of jazz. Interesting. They gave us raw sugar in the box.
Oh, there it went.
So, okay. There's that.
Which one of those are you the most intrigued by? What do you have high hopes for?
I'm intrigued by the hot cinnamon spice. There are very few cinnamon teas that I like. I've got one right now. We're hoping this one is a good one. Other than that, I went, I'm kind of curious what Paris tastes like.
Yeah, I agree. Paris and the Ceylon in India, those I have the most curiosity.
I mean, there's more detail. The Ceylon and India says orange pico, mellow black tea.
Oh, from here I thought it said willow black tea. I was like, what? There we
So
go.
I've got to hold it this far away to read, and you've got to be this far away to read? Is that what this is? All right.
Welcome to Taste Tea with Misty and Jesse.
That's so ridiculous. Okay, fine. We've decided to start with the bagged teas from our sample sets we looked through, and we're going to do blacks of similar variety. So compare, kind of like to like. We have a Ceylon and India orange pico. It says it's a mellow black tea. The Paris fruity black tea with bergamot oil. I think it might be kind of like an Earl Grey. These are all Harney and Sons bagged teas, by the way. Organic Earl Grey Supreme. Rich and traditional black, it says.
Fancy.
Fancy?
Yeah, it says it's supreme.
Supreme. We'll see.
Or does that mean it has sour cream with it?
No. It's not a burrito. Alright, so anyway, English breakfast is Chinese Kemoon Black, apparently. And there's that. All of these have a steeping time. It says a cup of boiling water, 8 ounces. We probably have a little bit more than 8 ounces, but it's our standard drinking size, so we figured that's what we're going to compare. It was boiling moments ago. Steep for 5 minutes. And they all say 5 minutes. Actually, one of them said 4 to 5. This one says 4 to 5, the Organic Earl Grey Supreme. And this one's 5 and 5 again. So let's get them out and see what they smell like. Ceylon and India.
We've got the English breakfast.
Lovely tea. Nothing special there.
This smells very nice. It smells like basic black tea, but it smells nice and comforting.
Okay. Paris. Ooh. Definitely not an Earl Grey. That's fruity, like it says.
Oh boy, that one scares me.
Just because it's fruity?
Yeah, I don't like fruity tea.
I'm trying to figure out what that smells like. Well, maybe some vanilla even, which is weird. What's this? The English breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
That's just basic black tea.
This Earl Grey smells like men's deodorant.
What?
Smell it.
It's just really strong Earl Grey. Alright, let's put these in and see what colors they come up with. Probably not going to be red, blue, purple, and blue.
No, probably not.
I'm going to start my timer, and, well, we won't make you sit through the 5 minutes, and get back to you when they're ready.
We'll be with you in a minute.
Alright, we're about a minute away from these being 5 minutes steep. Starting to look a bit more colorful. All about the same colors, really. We tried some fruity ones the other day that were very wildly colored.
Disturbingly purple.
Like Kool-Aid. Not as bad as I thought they'd be, though. So what do these smell like? Let's see. Just, I don't know, weak tea smell.
Yeah, same
Ooh.
here.
The Paris, though, still has that fruity smell. I'm not sure how to describe that.
I'm afraid of it.
Yeah, all the other ones just smell like a normal black tea, but this Paris one might be the oddball. Certainly by smell. It's definitely got... Can't place it. I don't know what that fruitiness is, but it's definitely a fruitiness. There's our timer. So I'm going to start pulling these out. And now I get to know how hot the water really is.
Don't squeeze the bag.
No.
I read about that the other day.
What?
That you're not supposed to squeeze the bag because it releases extra tannins into the tea and makes it more bitter tasting.
Oh, good to know. I also know that when I started actually measuring the temperature of the water or just letting it boil in a teapot, the teas tasted much better. The flavors came out. I was using the microwave prior, and it really just wasn't getting that hot. Well, good. The labels are on the bag tags, so I don't. If we need to re-steep them, we can know which is which. Now, how hot are they? Because they were boiling 6 minutes ago.
Don't burn yourself.
Misty does have cold water to pour in these.
Because if you burn your tongue, you can't
not
taste
bad.
anything for the next
Oh yeah,
several
don't
hours.
burn your tongue.
Not worth
This
it.
is just this is the Ceylon in India. I'll let you taste it before I say anything, but
I'm afraid it's too hot.
oh, right. I'll taste them all. I like them hot, like really hot. She's wimpy.
It's true. I'm not
I
offended
found
by
with
that.
teas and coffees, more coffees than teas, but it's either good hot or cold. Really not in between.
Usually not both,
I'm
though.
gonna wait on this one. I'm not gonna try it second. I'm gonna try the others because these seem the same.
That one seems like it has the most dominant flavor. It might be good to taste it separately. Just based on the smell, anyway.
And that's a good Earl Grey.
Nice.
That's the Organic Supreme Earl Grey. Organic Earl Grey Supreme. Gotta get it right.
Organic Earl Grey Supreme, which does not include sour cream.
Right. This is the English breakfast. You gotta pay more for the sour cream. I would drink any of these so far.
What I think is kind of funny is the English breakfast is actually Chinese tea. Just interesting fact.
I think this one's the most mild. The Ceylon in India. What variety? Oh, there's gonna be a cat on the table. Orange Pico. Hi, cat. That's Jasper. Jasper, I'm gonna. Yeah, don't jump on the camera. Yep. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna try this weird smelling one now. Paris. No, yeah, Paris. What does Paris taste like? Oh, that's a thought. Yeah, maybe it's vanilla that I smell and now taste. Although, it's probably not vanilla. It's not bad. Not as bad as I thought it would be with the fruity smell.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you try them before
Before they cool
color
down
before
substantially.
before I color your thoughts anymore.
Ah.
Gotta add some cold water for the misty tasting.
Yay. They'll still be warm, but
All about the same level.
not overwhelmingly hot. Alright, I'll start with this one that you said was pretty mild.
Yeah, that is, I think, the smooth might be a good word for it. It's a very smooth, easy drinking mild tea.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, it is pleasant.
Yeah. Really simple black tea. If you like black tea, this would be a flavor that you'd be used
Now,
to.
I do typically drink loose leaf teas. They take a bit more effort, I suppose, to prepare. Not much, but if I'm just on the go or in a hurry, at least 3 of these bagged teas would be easy.
Yeah. I've tried a lot of bagged teas that I wasn't as impressed with, and on first tasting, that one's one of
That's
the
true.
better black teas.
We've tried
bagged ones.
Taylor's a couple other brands, and so far of the bagged teas, we haven't compared side to side yet
Down
here. But yeah, this is a front runner for bagged tea flavor for me.
Yeah. I'd put this up
Because
against...
often the bagged teas are a bit more astringent or bitey or something like that. These are good. Go ahead, keep
Sometimes they'll have a lot of like little powdered leaf dust in them,
Gotcha.
and they'll have
well, that's a good color. Nothing in it.
excessive like.
My first impression of this brand, Harney Sons, is good.
Yeah,
Very good.
I would have to agree.
What are you trying next? The English breakfast?
Mm-hmm. Also a nice, smooth, very basic
Cat.
black tea.
Come on, get out. You may see that a few times. We have 5 of these little cats.
Yep. 5 felines that will probably come in and offer their unimpressed opinions of our tea.
So compared to the Ceylon, I don't know how to say that word. Ceylon? I'm going to go with Ceylon. And India. It's actually it's an orange pico variety.
Which seems weird to me because it doesn't taste like orange, so I'm not even sure what that name comes from. I think it's a region,
Should
right?
be the color of the leaves.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I should learn more about teas if we can do this, I suppose.
We'll probably look it up and post it in the comment section if we make a video out of this.
Too lazy for that. She might do it.
Honestly, I think that those are pretty comparable. They're very
Or
similar.
they're comparable. Are they the same? Can you tell them apart if I give them to you separately?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I think you have a more discerning palate than I do, though.
Yeah, I can tell them apart for sure. This one's it's more bold. Some might say stronger. Kind of the same word.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice Earl Grey.
Isn't it though?
Earl Grey has definitely more character than your average black tea.
Well, it's got the bergamot in it, which is an orange, really. Orange variety.
It's a citrus fruit, yeah.
I find I really like Earl Grey's. Like,
gives
trying to grab it from her, actually.
A bit of a cologne-like aroma, which seems like it would be unpleasant, but it's actually really nice. But then I'm a person who likes...
Whose cologne you've been smelling?
I think it has just more of a kick to it. It's a good thing.
So yeah, if you want really mild, I think this Ceylon in India, the English breakfast, very similar, but it's definitely got a stronger note to it.
I read that you're not supposed to slurp your tea, that that's like uncivilized, but I most definitely slurp when I'm sipping the tea. Because it's so hot that I'm just like 50% air.
Yeah, this might be my new favorite bagged Earl Grey.
Yeah.
For bagged Earl Grey, this is really good.
Yeah. There's like almost no sediment on the bottom of the cups. None that I can see,
None I
honestly.
found.
Yeah. So we might have
That
to
doesn't even
compare.
really bother me, the sediment, much, but these are really... I'm impressed with the brand. Good job.
Might be fun to compare these against the Taylor's varieties in the next episode.
Yeah, we can try that.
Because the Taylor's
Try
for
that.
sure has a lot of sediment in the bottom of the cup and looks
The
different.
Taylor's was super finely ground. I didn't even look at that. This is, not as finely ground, which probably why there isn't as much sediment. Makes for, in my opinion, a better flavored tea. Your face. You're confused too, huh?
Yeah, it's
What
like
is it?
artificial raspberry or something.
Raspberry. I didn't really get an artificialness from it. Fruity black tea with bergamot.
It smells. It has a very
Oh,
strong.
I didn't read
aroma.
the ingredients on the back. I was right. It is vanilla. A blend of black tea, natural vanilla, fruit, and citrus flavors.
Vanilla fruit, or is there a comma between them?
Vanilla, natural vanilla, comma fruit. So there's some fruit in there still, but I tasted the vanilla. Very faint.
I bet the fruit is raspberry, or maybe strawberry.
So I should read the ingredients. I didn't realize these had ingredients on the back. Should have known. This one just says a classic Assam laced with Ceylon. Ceylon. Ceylon? Hey, there's a cat again.
Jennifer again.
He's just passing through. The Organic Earl Grey Supreme, which I think is going to be my favorite for the day. This is organic black teas with a asterisks?
Probably because it's like fair trade and
Yeah.
certified and fancy.
USDA organic, 1% for the planet, fair trade certified. Yeah, apparently if you like those things, this is a good tea. Natural bergamot oil, fair trade certified by Fair Trade USA, 98% fair trade certified ingredients. It's basically black tea with bergamot. English breakfast is Chinese Keemoon black. Same things as on the front. All right, well, I'm going to go through those again real quick.
I'm going to polish them off when you're done.
You can have 4 cups of tea. Crazy.
Heck yeah.
Hey, I'm doing English breakfast. No, I go this way. This is my favorite.
I wonder if the bags will be good for a second steeping.
Another good thing to find out, a lot of the loose leaf teas I drink are, I can steep them 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
3 at least, and they're just as good. The first steep on some might be a little strong for Misty, but second and third are, especially if you use the timer. If you leave the bags in, they're gonna get weird. Or in our case, the steeping strainer things. What are those called? Strainer?
Yeah, tea strainers for the loose leaf stuff.
I was looking for some fancy word, but I guess tea strainer.
I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, that was a good Earl Grey. I'll try this one again.
Yeah. But that one, like, it's not as horrible as I
No,
thought it would be.
see,
but it confuses me because that's a very strong aroma.
I picked this for the black teas because it says fruity black tea with bergamot. The bergamot made me think it was going to be like an Earl Grey. It's nothing like an Earl Grey.
Not at all.
This would have been a better pairing for some of the fruity teas that we've got in our list. It would have won, I think, against the
other fruit teas.
because it's very mildly fruity, not like bam, that's raspberry or whatever. This is.
I think that would go great alongside like a chocolate dessert.
Maybe that's why you think raspberry.
Yeah, maybe. Vanilla goes good with chocolate too.
Now, typically I don't like vanilla in tea, but this is subtle enough. I could drink this. It's not one that I will just dismiss. If this was served to me, I would enjoy it. If I had a choice, I'd pick the Earl Grey.
Yeah, yeah.
Although, unless I'm going to have a chocolate raspberry dessert, this would pair perfectly. Well, it tastes like a chocolate raspberry dessert now that you mention it.
I would drink that one.
It's a little confusing.
But I don't know that I would seek it out. The other 3, I would absolutely buy again, and they would be some of my favorite bagged teas.
Yeah, just to have a quick and easy bagged tea. So far, Harney Sons brand has been my favorite compared to what do we have? Taylor's, Bigelow,
Twinings, Stash.
Yeah, I don't remember trying too many of the Stash bags.
I've tried quite a few.
I've tried the weird ones you keep ordering. Stash has some fantastic ones. I mean, Honeydew surprised me. That was a good tea.
Yeah.
Great, refreshing summer
We'll
tea.
have to save that for another episode because that's not at all like these teas that we're trying right now.
Well, while Misty polishes off 4 cups of tea, she'll be bouncing off the walls soon. We won't subject you to that.
But let's rank them.
Oh, like right now, right?
Yeah,
I think
like-
I kind of did.
In your order, like number 1 through 4. We'll see if they're the same for me.
It's interesting because it depends on my mood, I think, a bit. The more I drink this weird Paris one, I keep calling it weird, but I kind of like it. It's growing on me. I'm not sure if a tea should ever have to grow on you, but
Yeah.
I would buy any of these. But to rank them, because I'm an Earl Grey fan, and this is probably the best bagged Earl Grey I've tried, it's going to win.
Makes sense.
We're just downing these teas. Like, we're going to be... so the Earl Grey...
Keep you awake during your tutoring sessions later in the day.
English breakfast. I think the English breakfast isn't going to... It'll be easily oversteeped, and it's not going to be quite as good warm to me.
I still can't tell the difference between that and
The English
Ceylon.
breakfast has got a bit more bitterness to it, a bit more astringency, I guess.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Where this is just really smooth. Like, I'm going to pick it second. I like the strength and the flavor of the English breakfast, but I've got the Earl Grey for that.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be my good wake up, enjoy it, strong
So
coffee.
this would be your number 1 probably of
and
this
then,
set.
and then the Ceylon India, I think, is going to be 2. Very, very closely, third is the English breakfast. I don't know.
Yeah, the pairs
I don't know if I
can't
could
compare to this set.
It's not really comparable, but if it...
It's more a specialty flavor.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could live with making that above an English breakfast. But I might. It's smooth. It's very smooth, almost refreshing, and it surprises me because the fruit and vanilla are not overpowering like they usually are.
Right.
It's a well done mix. I'm gonna give it 3rd.
Okay. So making the English breakfast number 4.
Yeah, well, we can make a tie for 4th. There just is no 3rd
Sure, we can do that.
for me anyway.
Yeah.
Or wait,
I think
tie
I
for
see a
3rd
little
is
bit
no
about what
5th.
you're
I'm not sure
saying.
how that works.
A little bit about what you're saying of this one might be a bit more astringent, but I can't tell the difference between these two very well.
Well, there's definitely a difference in flavor and I want to say texture. It's liquid, but like a flavor texture. There's more.
One's more rich.
Yeah, more bite to the English breakfast. It's definitely a wake you up breakfast tea,
Right.
whereas the Ceylon India is an all day,
Ooh.
any day, any
More
time.
mellow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So this could be a breakfast and this could be an evening. Absolutely. For me. Again, I don't know what I'm talking about, but...
No, we're not experts. We're just here to entertain you and tell you what we think. Not that anyone cares, but like it's entertaining. So there you have it. My
What do you
opinion,
Now that the teas are about gone.
yeah, it's a tie for me between the English breakfast and the Ceylon in India.
For first, because
For
you can't tell the
first,
difference.
because I can't tell the difference.
Now, I think you said you almost tell the difference.
Almost.
Okay.
But only because you told me that the difference is what the difference is, and so I'm like, yeah, okay, sure.
Well, back to back, A/B testing, you could tell the difference, but if I just gave you one...
No, back to back, I can only tell the difference because you told me
Oh.
to look for it.
Now, see, if you gave me one or the other alone without the other one, I could probably still tell you which one was the English breakfast.
Okay,
It
close your
hasn't-
eyes. I'm going to give you one. And
Okay.
okay,
Just put me to the test, huh?
yeah. Taste that and tell us which one it is.
Do I get the other one to compare it to?
Nope, you got to by itself. You got to figure out what it is.
That's got the bite I expect from the English breakfast.
And the audience says you are correct.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
It's
so
got, and you do that. I mean, close your eyes and try it. See if you can find
I'm
that.
telling you,
It's got a little more something to it.
it's like when you go out and look at birds with someone who really knows what they're looking at, and they're like, "Oh, you can tell the difference between this sparrow and this sparrow because of the this on the that," and you're like, "Yeah,
Maybe this is why I'm the judge on our cooking shows.
This is why you have a more sophisticated palate. I'm telling you." I just have all the
Well,
wild, crazy
There's your
ideas.
problem. It didn't even touch your tongue. I saw you went right down. Let it sit in your mouth for a minute. Swish your tongue around.
How do you do that without just laughing and choking and
That
spitting
won't work.
everywhere?
Don't show it.
I'm totally gonna
No.
spit tea everywhere.
You don't have to gargle it, but I mean, taste it. Still
I can tell that there's different temperature. That's all I can tell.
Okay. Fair enough.
And this one would be my second.
So I guess what you take from that is they're about the same.
Yeah. So these two are first for me, tied for first. Earl Grey is second for me. I like it quite a bit, but I have to be in the mood for it. And then this one is, for me, is third by a significant
good
margin.
Okay.
Because that one to me is funky, and I would really not
Now, what do
seek
you
it
mean by
out on
funky?
its
Because
own.
funky can be a flavor or a smell.
That's true. Okay. Unusual.
Okay.
Quirky. Odd.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to be
Unexpected.
in the mood for this. Kind of like I have to be in the mood for honeydew. I'm going to use that a lot as a reference. I really enjoy the honeydew, but it's definitely, I have to want that tea.
And this one, like, I have to be in the mood for Earl Grey also, but that's something that I'm in the mood for more frequently.
I would describe this as kind of a dessert tea. I mean, you've got
Dessert
dessert
tea,
wines,
yeah.
dessert coffees, dessert. I mean,
Right.
it's a flavored tea.
Like
whereas,
you wouldn't just seek out a dessert wine and just, like, guzzle it for fun. You would drink
I
that.
bet we can find somebody who does that.
Probably true.
Anyway,
Anyway.
this has gone on long enough.
Yes, this has been ridiculous and fun, and thank you for joining us. I sure hope I pushed the record button.